because with the Saudi
Cup, for the Saudi Cup, a little bit slow away, Ushbata Zoro, and early on it is Walk of Stars who moves forward. Romantic Warrior jumped well and just moves off the rail to get some clear daylight and avoid the kickback, looking for Forever Young, who's broken well and is right across the field as well. Al Musmak is racing in a handy position with Defunded through the first 200. They're being followed by Ramjet, and also there is Wait to Excel. As last year, Ushbata Zoro's the one off the back end. Also towards the back at this stage is Rattle and Roll well behind as they make their way through the first 400 metres. Forever Young in the maroon colours, but it's Al Musmak towards the outside with Defunded, and right there on the running rails, Walk of Stars. Romantic Warrior tracks them in 5th place, Pale Blue racing on the inside of Wait to Excel, then Ramjet wider out to the white cap of El Código. Factor Cheval is at the back of that leading group on the outside of Wilson Tesoro. Then behind those is Intense for Me, still a gap back to Wooden Sun. Rattle and Roll well back, and Ushbata Zoro as Romantic Warrior moves off the running rail as they approach the bend. So out in the lead, Forever Young on the outside, disputing it with Walk of Stars. Right round the outside, Romantic Warrior will be 5 wide into the turn, but he's poised under James McDonald as the big two move through. Forever Young, Romantic Warrior sweeps up on the outside for Hong Kong. They lock horns, and it's Romantic Warrior who finds most initially from Forever Young in 2nd place. The two of them are clear from Wilson Tesoro and Factor Cheval, two of the great racehorses in the world. And at the moment, Romantic Warrior holds sway. His rider looks across. Forever Young is trying to close, and he's beginning to do so. Romantic Warrior from the outside. Forever Young has got to within 3 parts of a length. Romantic Warrior, Forever Young, a race for the ages, and Forever Young rounds off a terrific night for Japan, runs down Romantic Warrior and breaks Hong Kong hearts. Back in 3rd place, Ushbata Zoro, Rattle and Roll from the back. Wilson Tesoro next with Ramjet. Then behind those, Walk of Stars dropped out.
Oh my lord, that is one of the most heart-rending defeats for a Hong Kong horse you've ever seen.
And that is one of the most amazing victories for a Japanese runner. So let's start with the winner.
Absolutely.
And then we'll deal with the loser.
It's a mighty, mighty performance from both horses, because Ushbata Tesoro is a high-quality international globe-trotting horse, and he has been left along with the rest gasping as these two gladiators square off in the last 600 metres. What a duel, Tom Collins.
Wow. That is what you want from a top quality race. Look, we could have had a race here where Romantic Warrior kicked clear and won by 7.
James, stop looking at the screen.
Sure, we could have had a race where Forever Young won by 7. We had the duel. Forever Young got in the right spot. Romantic Warrior circled like the quality horse he is, and Forever Young came back. That will go down in history as one of the greatest races, I'm sure.
James McDonald looked at the screen multiple times and he saw Nemesis on his outside. That is a wonderful, wonderful horse race. Brilliant. There is no question that Romantic Warrior has run to his number 125, Rachel.
No, and the great thing is he took the kickback.
Didn't he run better than everyone thought?
And also, James McDonald did the right thing. I'm literally on probably one of the best horses in the world, albeit turf, dirt, whatever. He went 5 wide. He got out of the kickback. He gave his horse the opportunity. And the one thing is he's got the turn of foot. He's got the turf horse turn of foot. Forever Young is a quintessential dirt horse. He'll hit that flat spot, and then he ground it out. And that's what he did here to just get the better of Romantic Warrior.
I don't want to be prisoner of the moment here, but here we go. Have we just seen the best dirt horse in the world and the best turf horse in the world going head-to-head in the Saudi Cup?
Well, I've already bet, I know it's a classic after timing, and I apologise, but I bet him for the Classic this year. I think he is the best dirt horse in the world. Romantic Warrior is the proven best turf horse, right?
The quote from Connections of Forever Young ahead of this week: we're aiming to make him the best in the world. Maybe they just did, because they've just beaten an all-time great Hong Kong horse who was given everything. And trip-wise, Tom, trip-wise, you'll be handicapping this race, Rachel, and you're upgrading one horse in terms of trip, and it's Romantic Warrior. But anyway, some people call him Hatman and his interpreter. I call him a genius. His real name is Yoshito Yahagi, and he has taken out the Saudi Cup in a race for the ages.
Wow, take your breath away horse race. What a race and what a win for Forever Young. Mr. Yahagi, congratulations. How do you feel?
すごいレースでした。なんか息一回整えてって思うんですけど、本当にすごいレースでしたね。
信じられないですね。本当に信じられない強さです。
Unbelievable how he is good. unbelievable.
Tell me about the strength, the resolution of this horse to go and get a horse as good as Romantic Warrior.
ロマンティックウォリアーよりいい馬っていうことですかね。
いや、ロマンティックウォリアーも素晴らしかったと思いますけども、さすと信じてます。
You know, of course, Romantic Warrior is such a strong horse. We respect him, but our horse was much better than today.
Tell me what you were thinking when he went past you. Did you think you would have a chance of going and winning the race, or did you think that was it?
直線でこうロマンティックウォリアー先行かれてさせるって思ってました。
まだチャンスはあると思ってます。
I was believing he still come back to pass the Romantic Warrior.
How does he do it, this horse? Travel all around the world and always run a good race, always turn up.
世界中どこでも彼はいいパフォーマンスしますよね。それはどういう理由ですかね。
旅が好きな馬なんで、それが良かったです。
He loved traveler. Yeah.
And you do. How do you do it? Every time, wherever you go, Breeders' Cup, Dubai, Saudi, at home in Japan.
私も大好きです、旅が。
I love travel too.
Well done.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
That is the connections of the champion dirt horse, we can say right now. Yoshito Yahagi with Forever Young. Just having a congratulations. The man in the hat, we've seen it before. He has a Forever Young pin. There is the horse. There is Ryusa Sayaki. He's beat Romantic Warrior, he's beat the big talking horse, but let's be honest, he was one of the big talking horses coming into this race with his exploits on the dirt in America, in Dubai, in Japan last year, and he's come back to Saudi Arabia where he sort of started his whole endeavor on the dirt last year, and he's done so really, really well. Tom Collins, you've been here a lot. That just raised the roof on the grandstand.
You know what, and I know recency bias is huge when it comes to horse racing. That's the best race I've ever seen live.
Yeah, it's in my top 5. I will not put it ahead of Zengaf from Blame. I don't think you would, Rachel. But pick it up early on. Ushba Tesoro, no surprise, playing the role of Idle Jack in this panto.
No, but the surprise, from the outside draw, all of a sudden, hold-up horse in Forever Young. Yes, he dabbled with pace running last time out, decides to go across, and you know who he gets right in front of?
How great.
No.
Is that?
It's a bit Yoshigo Yahagi. How is Shin Empire going to be run? Well, the distance is not a problem. Make all the running. How's this going to work? Not a problem. Make the running. He goes up and he settles in front. And you've got, respectively, the cheap speed horses.
Ushba Tesoro is idling well in rear.
Look how much ground he closes up, by the way. We're talking about the top 2, and rightly so, but he runs a great race.
Same with Rattle and Roll.
Yeah. 1:49.1 the winning time,
which is a stakes record time for the Saudi Cup. This is the fastest running of this race
by far.
So not only did it tick the visuals box, the 2 best horses, but also the time.
But
great.
Crucial moments in the race. This is one such, not major, but certainly worth mentioning. At this point, there's no room at the inn with 4 big, strong horses going head-to-head. James McDonald has to check out and roll 5 wide. But look at the power he travels into the race with. At this point, you would have thought this is going to be Romantic Warrior's race.
His turn of foot is ridiculous, isn't it? It is ridiculous.
But, you can read too much into body language. Look at both horses, but especially the way he bows his head, Romantic Warrior. Yeah. His appetite for racing is tremendous. But have a look at this. I'm not knocking Manon. Look at that one look. 2 looks at the screen. The whip has not been drawn at this point.
Would that have helped? He's still pushing the horse out. He's never stopped riding. Now he's properly riding. And guess what? He's not going any faster.
Absolutely. But don't forget that screen is a little behind real time, Rachel.
He didn't curl up in front. Romantic Warrior. Forever Young switched leads when J-Mac came in front of him on Romantic Warrior. Switched leads and found another gear.
if Forever Young had gone for another big race at the moment, you would be looking at your figures here and saying, this is off the charts, Romantic Warrior. He's taken Ushba Tesoro and he has put him through the mincer.
Take either of those first 2 horses out of this race.
They've
won by 10.5 lengths. Cleared away, 10